Another day, another washcloth, am I right? So I'm here with another washcloth that I made on my rigid heddle loom. I'm using the same white and black cotton yarn as I used in my previous two videos that I made washcloths in, which I will link those in the description, the two other washcloth videos. I used a 7.5 DPI heddle. I used the two colors of sugar and cream cotton yarn. The warp was 15 inches wide and about 60 inches long. Each washcloth was 17 inches long under tension. So I warped up with just the black, and then I did 2 inches of I ended up using 8/4 cotton, so I did 2 inches of 8/4 cotton black, and then I did 13 inches of the sugar and cream cotton white, and then another 2 inches of black. I'm getting a delivery or something. So everything is a plain weave, just a plain tabby weave. I don't know if you can see these diagonal lines. That's called tracking, and that's something that can happen in plain tabby weaves. Generally with things like cotton, it doesn't do it so much with like wool, but that can happen, and I think I really like it. It kind of gives it a, I don't know, fun effect. But honestly, I love these. Like, they were so simple and fast, but I think the effect that it has combining these two really high contrast colors like this, I think it turned out so great. Like, these I think are my favorite ones that I've made so far. So I want to do see what it looks like when you invert the colors, like warp up white and then do a white edge and then do the black as the weft in the middle. So I'll do that too, because I want to make a whole bunch. So I already washed and dried these. Once I got them off the loom, I serged the ends so that they wouldn't fray, and then, or you can use a zigzag stitch on a regular sewing machine if you don't have a serger or overlocker machine. So I did that, put it in the wash with my towels, hot water, all of that, put it in the dryer, and then I just folded over the end twice, seamed it up. Done. Easy. So after I clamped my loom to my chair so it didn't move, I measured out from the back beam how long I wanted, and I put another clamp on my table, because I will say the clamps that come with this loom are pretty weak. This was a 15-inch wide warp and about 60 inches long. It ends up being 114 ends, so you start out doing 57 slots while you're warping. This was a super simple warp. Everything was black. Just pull the loops through, then tie it on. I spread the warp with some extra yarn. I just passed it through 3 times and then beat. And then I got started using 8/4 cotton for 2 inches for the seam or the hem. I switched to the sugar and cream white yarn for the warp, and this is where I do 13 inches of that white yarn. And I like to clip a tape measure to my work, and then once I need to advance the warp, I just scooch it up and clip it back in place so that it's not wrapping around with the work, but it's still keeping track of how far I've woven. Once the white was at 13 inches, I switched back to the 8/4 black and did 2 inches, and then I separated this first washcloth from the next one just by doing a stripe of white, just so I knew exactly where the center was and where to separate them. they are all done and ready to come off the loom. This is the most satisfying part, getting to unroll it. Love it. I serged the edges on my serger. I threw them in the wash with the rest of my towels and the dryer. And then I folded over the hems and ironed them, sewed them down, and that was it. They're so easy. If you made it this far, will you drop me your favorite, just your favorite emoji? Anything. Drop me your favorite emoji in the comments. It'll be a fun secret. Love you, bye.